breaking news kesiye na mede bro from NPP4 headquarters na mede bro ewa Akromative so therefore NPP4 no me hold on press conference no omo de nsem bebre atutu dwa breaking news pa na mede bro right from NPP4 mo headquarters na mede bro right here on Akromative therefore NPP4 no maba monti no mo de nsem a Messi Kessie Pan or Modia Beto Abontin, Ediama, the good people of the Republic of Ghana, said Menewo, Yanji, Nienti, or see a two aba, Edema Doctor Mahmoud Baomian, or Maba Bontin, and no more Babontin, Nina, Babetuja, breaking news Kessie Pan, and also made a bro, our Akromative. So, therefore, Moma Yan Konian Kutin, Sema, air course, or NPP4 catch on headquarters. Justin Frimpong Kuduya any or more NPP4 Director of Communications and our Babontin or then sending in our to Abontin and the other former Ninkutin some nearby. They are kind of also our committee.
Distant facilities. Regional and district hospitals will be renovated and upgraded to provide state-of-the-art equipment and facilities for specialized care. The centralized electronic medical record system will be expanded to ease data management challenges and facilitate patient care and referral management. Establishment of new hospitals. The Bawumia plan will intensify the building of new hospitals, new health facilities to underserved communities. And I mentioned this earlier, mainly in rural areas, to reduce the travel time and cost associated with accessing healthcare outside their immediate environment. It will also deepen the provision of free maternal health care, child immunization, and nutritional support for pregnant women and infants. The provision of specialized centers of excellence. To reduce dependence on foreign medical treatment, the Bawumia administration will invest in specialized centers for advanced care, including cardiology, oncology, and nephrology. Focus on primary health care. Strengthening primary health care facilities to handle basic medical needs, thus reducing the burden on tertiary hospitals, just I just mentioned some of them, Konfanochis, Kolebu, and some of the regional teaching hospitals. This will deepen, this effort will ensure the deepening of digitization of the National Health Insurance Scheme to enhance access, eliminate fraud, and ensure timely reimbursement of service providers. Training and retention of health workers. Increasing investment in training programs for doctors, nurses, and allied health professionals. This initiative will offer scholarships and incentives to encourage specialization in high-demand fields and ensuring equitable distribution of healthcare workers across the country, particularly in rural and deprived areas. So the use of incentive and enhancing job satisfaction for medical professionals will be escalated and ensure that the environment is conducive and that they can stay and serve their communities for the overall health of our economy and our countrymen. Improve working conditions. To reduce brain drain, retain doctors, and achieve job satisfaction, the Bawumia plan will enhance salary and benefits for health professionals, including vehicle tax exemption and improve workplace facilities to boost performance and morale. And I'm sure you are aware of these proposals in our manifesto. For the first time, medical professionals would have access to some exemptions in vehicle acquisition. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vision to make Ghana competitive and take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution. The NPP's call for Ghanaians to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the next president of the Republic is clear in the bold solution summaries that I've just read to you under these 5 themes. We invite you, ladies and gentlemen, and all Ghanaians who are eligible to vote, starting 2nd December 2024, to vote massively for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP's parliamentary candidates across the country, based on the relevance and the workability of these policies that I just read to you. And I invite you also to take advantage of the availability of our manifestos online to acquaint yourselves with the details in there and to assess for yourself how practical these are and make the decision based on facts, not on emotion, not on any of the threatening violence that the NDC is putting out there, but on sound ideas that are capable of transforming our economy to make Ghana the best place for us all to live and flourish. So, ladies and gentlemen, compared to the former President John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the best choice for Ghana and should be your best choice when you cast your vote on Monday. And most of you here, I'm sure you'll be voting on Monday. Please do that because it's beyond emotion. It is beyond like or dislike. It is a choice that you're making for yourself to be part of a decision that moves Ghana forward rather than regress our lot. And so I invite you as potential voters starting December 2nd, Monday, to consider your own interest, which is what Dr. Bawumia represents, and cast the vote for number 1 for President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP parliamentary candidate, wherever you'll be voting. As I said, compared to the former president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is our best choice for these reasons. 1, Bawumia offers a superior policy solution for Ghana's next chapter. And so if you are voting, you wonder, what is in it for Ghana? What is it that the NDC candidate, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, saying that is compelling, that is practical, that is workable, that demonstrates from his record that he can actually do the things he's saying? And compared to His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who I just told you what he has promised to help reduce cost of living in our country in the form of introducing electric buses, he has done. That was commissioned today and it's on the streets. It's not a mirage, it's actually out there, you can see it. Compared to him, I offer to you Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is offering a real, relevant, and practical solution and workable solution, which are actually being delivered as we speak, to consider him for your vote on December 2nd and on 7th if you're not voting on the 2nd. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, again, is a better choice because it provides an ingenious and a workable plan to sustain and build on the economic recovery we're experiencing presently. And if you listen to the NDC, nowadays they've acquired the habit of talking inflation. Now inflation is coming down, and they're talking about depreciation of the currency. We appreciate the difficulties that has brought to us as a people, but it's not for want of better management. It is not because the economy has not been managed well. It is practically because the whole world is hurting. Currencies up and down the globe are struggling. And if we're going to have a candid conversation in our country, it is nothing that this government has done that has led to the exchange rate faltering that we have seen recently. But the question I want to ask when you go to vote is, whilst the NDC is capitalizing on this misfortune and this hiccup, you ask yourself, what is their plan to reverse it? Assuming that you vote for them, what is in their plan that gives you confidence that they can reverse it? Right here, you have seen how this administration reversed the deterioration that took hold in 2022 and have actually stayed the worsening of the depreciation of the currency by coming up with an ingenious idea that has never been proposed, has never been tried. That is the gold for oil initiative that has succeeded in staying the strength of the city and ensuring that oil prices actually came down in our history. Growing up, when things go up in Ghana, they don't come back down. But we have seen it in our lifetime how the oil prices have come down. And it was as a result of the currency position and how fast the city was depreciating in 2022. But that ingenious solution has reversed it. So as somebody told me in an example, to say that if you are flying anywhere, you want to be sure that the person sitting in the cockpit understand what he's there to do and can actually do it. It is not a question of who you like or who you don't like or who can dramatize issues better, but it is ultimately so that you can have somebody who will get you to your destination. And my argument to you is that the NDC has not provided, they have not one single evidence in their manifesto to tell you that this is how we are going to strengthen the city. They have not. The balance of it is English, turnover of words to create some impression, but in substantive, practical terms, in measurable terms, they have not offered any solution in that department. But I'll tell you that leveraging our gold, which is part of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's initiative, will help us arrive at that destination where, as a country, our currency will be stabilized and will be stable for long term. Because we have the gold and we'll use the gold to back our city, which he has demonstrated, and as president will give every effort to that policy to ensure that it actually takes foothold. Bawumia, again, is good for Ghana and must be your choice on December 7th, or if you're voting early on December 2nd, because he will protect and strengthen the free SHS policy, which by all accounts has been a successful initiative, has been a thoughtful initiative, has been a compassionate initiative, has been a right initiative. Barring whatever implementation challenges it has been one of the major interventions in education in our country, and it is good for our people, and it has facilitated the education of some 5.7 million Ghanaian students. And I think that we should do everything we can in our power on December 2nd and 7th to ensure the preservation of this policy for our own children, for our siblings, our nephews and nieces to participate or benefit from this initiative. Bawumia, again, is a better choice for us, Ghanaians, than the alternative, because Bawumia will expand healthcare access by completing the Agenda 111 projects, equipping and operationalizing them, and ensuring job satisfaction for all healthcare professionals. Bawumia is a better choice for us on December 7th and December 2nd and 7th, because Bawumia will be accountable to Ghanaians, because he has 8 years allowable under the 1992 Constitution to be president. Therefore, he will necessarily deliver on these promises, some of which I have read to you, in order to merit your gifting him of a second chance when the time comes.
Order for breaking news kesiye a call so NPP for headquarters press conference pan ne nsem ahodo a the pan no maba bontin asane de ama the good people of the Republic of Ghana omo de nienti a so wokọ ochino mo se na mo si nyame adoma 2nd December any 7th December no second for be sure say be security service for ne and medical doctors and nurses for na ade no omno ba ko to aba no on the 2nd December and to know about bontin oba be chechi mu yenti a medical doctors and security services for no Ghana ha nyina no yenti o se mo to aba no edema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ono no de bold solutions no ede ba o cheche mu ni nti o so to abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na nye John Dramani Mahama ena mede ne nyina brɛ mu e wa akromative so therefore tisi ade mede mu nyina be si a